have problem, that God doesn't find a way of soothing it for me. So I didn't have any issue. He's a very nice person. Get to know him and you will know that he has a very big heart.
So those are the question: caring and dedicated and devoted perseverance she is. No, there was no proposition, there was a command. I said, you are my wife. And is that a proposition or a command? And she was saying, she was annoyed. But she later accepted it, that she was my wife. For my wife is, I bless the day that I found her. And the other one to complete it is say, to end it off, you say, one day I'm going to write the story of my life. The moment when I saw her and said, you are my wife. And she became my wife.
I feel very, very happy that I've been able to make it to this day. It's God's miracle. I remember how it all started. It was like, will they be able to make it to the end? You see, we met in a very wonderful way, just casually in my sister-in-law's house in Ibadan, in UI. I went with a friend just on a visit, and we were having a meal on their table when this young man walked in and came straight to me, took my spoon from me and started eating my food. He took the meat and the rice, a bit of the rice, and then gave me back my spoon. The sister now said, why are you tormenting the poor girl? Stop that nonsense. I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to say. He answered the sister and said, don't worry, she's my wife. And what I've eaten, we are both going to share it, aren't we? I didn't answer. I just said, this is wahala. But when I was about to go, he said, oh, sorry about that. What's your name? I said, I beg your pardon. Then the sister said, leave Dele alone. She's a quiet girl. I said, oh, that's your name, and you are a student nurse. Don't worry. I'm coming to see you. And I felt, I don't want to see this boy again. God forbid. So when he came to the School of Nursing, we have the reception section there. He went to the receptionist to ask for me. And the girl brought the slip to me in my room to say, you have a visitor. I told her, I don't have a visitor. Just tell him I'm not around. He left. The next time he was coming, he came with one of his friends. And he had already bragged to that one that girl, don't mind her, I learned she's a shrew, and I'm going to tame her. She will marry me. They came and I refused to see him all the same. That one said, you just make him out, oh, this girl is tough, oh, she is not going to listen to you. Say, okay, you wait. So they left. The third time he came, I kept thinking, what is wrong with this fellow? I said, I don't want to see you. But this time he didn't come to the School of Nursing to look for me. He went and waited for me on the road from the hospital to the School of Nursing. And I was coming with a friend. He started saying funny jokes about me, saying things that will make me laugh and all that. I refused to laugh. And then my friend was saying, what is wrong with you? I said, I'm not in the mood for all this nonsense. So you people leave me alone. I said, okay. He left. But that day, I could see some certain things about him that I liked. And I kept thinking, oh, okay. As a Christian who was at that time very deep in prayer, I went on my knees and I said to God, I'm over 21. Everybody is asking me, who is your boyfriend? And I cannot even point to one of them to say, this is the one I like. Please, God, show me who will be my husband. I just don't want a husband, though. I want a father for my children, somebody who will take care of my children and give them a wonderful life. So I slept. And behold, I dreamt. And I saw Mr. Olusoya with 5 children going in front of me. So I kept shouting, "Come back. Those are my children." He said, "If you want them, come and take them." When I woke up, that changed my attitude towards him. I just felt that, okay, God, this is what you want. That was the beginning of the relationship. And he took me to the pictures because he found out a lot about me behind my back. He knew I loved going to pictures. So he took me to watch a film, The Blue and White. Throughout the film, he was just talking about himself, about life, about this, about that. He was not watching the film. Then after a while, he will ask me, what are they doing? What is going on? I said, "Look, you watch the film now." He said, No. You watch the film. We are watching it together. So at the end of the film, he took my wristwatch. He said, "Let me just see what's going on with your wristwatch." He took it and put it in his pocket. When we were in the taxi, I didn't even remember a thing about my wristwatch. I got to the School of Nursing. When he had left, I remembered that he had my wristwatch. Oh, that really upset me. I said, "What type of a man is this one? What am I getting myself into?" He came back about a week after, and I thought he brought back my wristwatch. So I said, "Oh, you took my wristwatch with you?" He said, "Oh, your wristwatch. I forgot. I went to see my mom. It was in my pocket and I forgot it there." I said, "Okay." He said, "Don't worry, I'll buy you a new one." I said, "I don't want you to buy me anything. Just leave me alone." I was annoyed. But still, something in me kept telling me that this is the right man for you to marry. Because I looked at his writing. Those days in school, you were taught that a man's writing tells you his characteristics. I know he's a man in a hurry, and I know he's very, very bold. So I thought to myself, well, let's see what happens. The relationship went on like that. He took me to see his family, his aunties, his uncle, and they all seemed nice people. So I felt very comfortable in the relationship. 7 months after, he came to me and said, "I've been posted to Kaduna." I said, okay. Then he said, "Don't worry, we will be communicating." I said, "Oh, okay." So he left. When he was about to leave for Kaduna, I went to the railway station to see him off. But before I went, when he told me he was going to Kaduna, I started knitting what we used to call a muffler. Now you call it scarf. I knitted it and I wrapped it. And I wrote on it, "You are going to Kaduna. I learned it's very cold there. When you wrap this around yourself, you will know I'm with you." So he took it and he said his goodbye and he left. Every 2 weeks, he will call. And you know, in those days, we don't have all this telephone you people have. It's just one telephone in this for the whole student nurses. And it was very close to our dining area in UCH. So I will go and sit down there. I'm not the only one that's expecting calls, so we will all be waiting. Who's going to get the first call? So we'll sit down there. Then when a call comes, he will say, "Hello, Dele." I'll say, "Hello. How are you?" "I'm fine." "How's school?" "Fine." "Face your studies, okay? Face your studies and do me proud." I'll say, "Thank you." "Okay. Is there anything wrong with you?" I'll say, "No." "Okay, bye-bye." That's it. So another 2 or 3 weeks, I will go there to receive another call. That was the relationship. Well, it went on like that until I finished in the School of Nursing and graduated. But meanwhile, I decided when I was in my final year in the School of Nursing, it was in Kaduna then, I decided that, okay, I will pay him a visit. So I wrote him, I said, "Okay, I will pay you a visit in Kaduna." And one of my friends also We had a brother in Kaduna. I was going to Kaduna. We went together. And I was able to see a little bit about him, his habits and everything. But I was not put off because I believe that God has shown me this man as my husband, and God must have a reason for doing it. So we continued like that. And then when he got his letter that it was to travel abroad, he was 25 then, right? And he told me that he was coming to Lagos and that he's just gotten a letter. He was going to do his ACCA in Britain. I knew quite well that as a nurse, once I graduate, I have to travel abroad to do my midwifery. So I was not bothered that he was going to Britain. Then he said, okay, what are we going to do? Do we get engaged or something like that? I said, okay. So I went home to my mom and told my mom that, okay, I'm bringing my boyfriend to see you. And my mom said, your boyfriend? So at long last, you have made up your mind to marry somebody? I said, yes, sir. Who is the boy? I told her that Segun Olusoya. Eh? Omo Olusoya? Ah, what do you want to go there for? Ah, you are going back to Okeagbo. No, you are not thinking about it well. I said, Mommy, you said I should bring my boyfriend, the man I intend to marry, and I've made up my mind. So please don't let us go there, no argument. So I came to my house to see my mom. And my mom said a few things. He just started laughing. I didn't even listen to them. After that, I told my mom that, okay, we want to get engaged. And my mom said, I will get the list for you from my brother's wife, who is a teacher. So the woman came and gave me a very long list. I looked at it, I said, this is not going to work. The poor boy is traveling abroad to study. Where is he going to get money for all this ceremony, all this long list? They said, the father is very rich. I said, he has already told me that he doesn't want his father involved though. So I said, okay, give me the list. I kept it. I never showed him the list till today. So when I went to see him, he now said, where is the list? I said, don't worry about it. We will find a way. So somehow we decided that the best way is to have a quiet wedding. He had never wanted a big wedding. I wanted a big wedding. I wanted a white wedding where I will be flowing and everybody will know that, yes, she's getting married. But he kept telling me, I'm not going to have a big wedding, so you either take it or leave it. So I said, okay. On the 9th of September, 1965, he was to travel abroad that very day. We decided we were going to get married. We filed an, emergency wedding arrangement. And I went to Tabek to buy the ring, which is still here. And in the morning, between 8 and 8:30, we were married at the registry on Broad Street. George's Hall, that's where the registry was then. Broad Street. We got married at about 8:30, between 8:30 and 9. We had only 4 people with us. His godfather, his mom who came to see him off, his friend who came to see him off, and the friend's sister. The friend's sister was my chief bridesmaid. The friend was his own best man. The mother was just standing there looking at me or wondering what type of a girl I am, because I didn't bring nobody. I didn't even tell my friends. I didn't tell nobody. We just went there. We got married. We signed the register, and I went with him to the airport with everybody else, said our goodbyes. I went back to work because already I was working at Lagos University Teaching Hospital in the nurses' hostel as a staff nurse. Some of my friends came in to say, "Oh, you're on afternoon shift." I said, "Yes." Said, "When we came to your room, we didn't see you in the morning." I said, "I went to the registry to get married." I said, are you really serious?" I said, "What do you think? Will I be telling about you lies about that?" I said, "Look at my ring." They opened mouth, they couldn't close it. I said, "You couldn't even tell any of us? You didn't tell your parents? What type of marriage is that?" I said, "Leave me alone. No. I've done it, none here." Because the thing is, it didn't really click to me that what you are doing is wrong. To me, I did the right thing. I got married, and that's it. So after that, I've been sort of working at getting my passport and visa. So I had to intensify it to get my visa, passport, and everything. And his college father helped me a lot. The parents were also for the marriage. They liked the idea of her getting married. So it made things easier for me. So we traveled. That was it. That was the beginning of our life together. And
well, I feel grateful to God for seeing us so far. As I used to say, it takes two to tango, but everything is possible to those who believe. I met my wife at University College in Ibadan in the year 1963, and then I saw her riding a bicycle. I was working in UR, then about to go, just go to start a new job. I just finished my CIS, and there were offers coming, so I saw the girl, the lady riding a bicycle. I said, "What's this lady doing here?" And as I saw her, I said, my friend who was with me, I said, "That's my wife. I'm going to see where she is." Yeah, therefore said, "How can you say it's your wife? You are just saying." I said, "Yes, that lady with her." Then she said she's going to my in-laws' house. I said, "Okay, we'll go there." So we went there, and she was there eating after riding bicycle with her friend. So I just started to eat the food. She said, "What?" I said, "I'm eating the food because you are my wife." She was shocked. How can a man you are seeing for the first time say you are the wife? But as they say about me, I'm the soothsayer, the oracle. And I was saying it, and she did not believe, only for events to show. So, and from what we had, my sister was annoyed that how did you manage to be talking to a lady like that? She said, "That's your own problem, not my own." So we left. I asked her for her name. She refused. But my sister, in her usual way, said, why are you talking to Dele like that?" So your name is Dele. See now, I've had the name. And so we parted. And my friend was about to travel. Dapo was going to go overseas. So we said we should go to UCH. I said, "Me, I don't like UCH. All the medical school doctors, all the university boys are always after them. I won't go there." He said, "Let's go." I said, "But," I said, "Okay." We went there. First time, he did not see us. Then I said, "This girl who does not see us, she will one day want to come and see me." So we continued. I went the second time. She did not see us. But it was on the third time that she likes film. She likes dancing, all the steps. And I said, "Me, I don't like all these ladies who knows how to dance. So they be going to dancing club and all." Dapo said, "No." I said, "Anyway, she knows how to dance. That's her problem. I will not allow her to dance. So that's her problem." Dapo was looking at me. "You are so confident." I said, "Yes. But that lady, I married her." So what happened was that the third time, there was a film. And it was a very good film. People were going. I was earning very well that time. Financially, I was okay. So then I knew I was attending interviews to get a higher appointment. So I got a job in the Western Region, executive officer. I got a job in the Federal. I said, "I'm going to the Federal." So the Federal, then I had to come to Lagos And when we were there, 4 of us, they said, I don't know anybody in Lagos except my college father. So I was staying with him. Then I reported in the Ministry of Finance. 4 of us reported that day. They posted 3 of us, 3, to External Affairs, which was the thing because External Affairs, they're posting you out. I was there, nobody to look after me. Then the call came from Kaduna. They said they wanted somebody in Kaduna. I said, yes, send that village man, send him to Kaduna. That was how I was posted to Kaduna. But my uncle was in Kaduna. And my uncle, his 2 sons, they were older than myself, were just going to go to London. And I was being posted to Kaduna as an executive officer accounts, the senior civil servant post. So when I got to my uncle, he said he thought I was a clerk because his sons, who are my colleagues, were just going to overseas. So they gave me a place to go and stay in a box room. There was a table, a 3.5 by 6 bed, a table, a fan, and the boxes of the women. But my uncle said, look, these women, they will treat you. So what is he going to do? He made sure that we eat from the same plate. So when they prepare the meal, it will be meal for me and my uncle. So they cannot put bones and all the rest. So I enjoyed my food except for the accommodation. Because my uncle did not know that I was a senior civil servant those days. So one day, my boss in the office, higher executive officer, came. Then he called me and said, you know your son? He's a senior civil servant. I said, no, it's not possible. He said, he's a clerk. He said, he's a senior civil servant. So I went anyway. I was reading for my ACC. Then I had to come to Lagos. At that time, I was now ready. I was already made up my mind that she is, and she has answered. God has said that is the one, because I said when I was going to Kaduna, I said, girls, women, they are stingy. They don't give people presents. And I said, any lady I'm going to marry must be the one who gives me present first. So they said, ladies won't give you presents. I said, no, I won't marry anybody who does not give me present. But when I told her I was going to Kaduna, she started saying what she would then. I called her so she was there because I was going by train to Kaduna. So she was at Ibadan railway station to wave me off. And she knitted this muffler for me and then said, Kaduna is cold. I will not be there with you. But whenever it is cold and you put it on, know that I'm with you. And I laughed. I said, you see, I called my friends. I said, you see, this is the present from the guy. I told you the lady I'm going to marry must be the one to give me a present. So that one laughed, said, he's giving you the present. I said, yes, I told you that's my wife. You people are saying it's not my wife. What else do you want? So I left. And that was what happened, that she cares and she's always there on once a fortnight. I think I'm always the first because I have access to phone, but I will be working overtime in the office to be able to take the phone and phone. It doesn't cost me anything. She will be there to answer the call. So I said, well, since that's how the whole thing started. But then, as she said, when I was going to Britain, I was then in Kaduna. I had to go to their house. And the mom knows my mom, knows my family. And everybody, when they see you, they say, Omesolu, anybody traveling in that town must come to enter my father's car because he was a transporter, he was well-to-do. But and that's one of the reasons why I don't like religion. My father will spend all his money on churches. But when it comes to me or the children, say, no, go to your mom. Why? They don't have money. But in the town, they think we are all enjoying the money. So that influenced my attitude to Christian life. But she was very religious. So when she came to Kaduna, she said, am I a confirm? I said, what is confirmation? I said, if you don't confirm, we won't marry. I said, well, confirmation, my auntie from my mother's side, who's married to my uncle, is always saying, that's Folake's mom, a grandmother, is my auntie from my mother's side. That one will say, I'm his son. My uncle will say, no, it's not your son, it's your husband. In this house, it's your husband. So they will be teaching them. They'll be teaching me, I will be laughing. But while in Kaduna, nothing doing. I was not cooking, no girlfriend, nothing, but to be reading. So I started reading for my ACC. I passed my intermediate. And then I told her, she said, she was shocked. She said, you this man, you have time to be reading. What do I have time to do? Don't go out, because my father has warned me, don't follow women. No. You follow women, they will make you 5 minutes enjoyment, everlasting sorrow. I said, what do you mean by everlasting sorrow? When you follow a woman, you either carry disease or you'll be pregnant for you. When it's pregnant for you, then your career is finished. So you don't touch them. You are laughing now. It is easy for you. Fish. And then secondly, I also feel when a woman tells you is coming to see you, you are thinking of what are you going to do to her. Well, if she does not come, your whole day is wrecked. The second day she says she is coming, you'll be waiting, saying, what am I going to do to punish her? She won't come. So your studies is disturbed. So you better don't talk to them. So I was reading my ACC. I passed the intermediate. Then the Deputy Accountant General came to Kaduna on a visit. He asked his senior accountant, Mr. Edland, who is the troublesome boy you have here? He said, that man, Olusanya, is the one. Why? Then the Deputy Accountant General called me. Why are you? I said, the man, we say, is ringing a bell. When he wants to call me, he rings a bell twice. That's for me to come. One is for the higher executive. I said, I cannot. I'm not his housemate. I will not come. The man said, why do I say? That post the man is, that man, I'm going to take over that post. The man laughed. He said, you take over. You know what it is to take over? I said, yes. I said, to take over that man's post, you must be a qualified accountant. I said, yes, I'll be a qualified accountant. He asked me, are you studying for ACC? I said, yes. He said, you know one thing? If you pass your intermediate, we have a sponsorship. I did not know anything about that. So you have a sponsorship? I said, yes. Okay. Say you pass. He brought his card. This is my card. Phone me. 12 days before the result came out. So that's why they call me Oracle. I said, I'm taking over from that man. 12 days, the result came. I passed. I phoned the man. Say, you've passed? He said, in October, we are doing interview. We are about 28. I said, yes, I will come. He said, you think you will pass the interview? I said, yes, I passed. He said, only 4 of you did. I said, I am going to pass. That man, Edland, I'm taking over from him. So that was the beginning of my second phase. So when I was going, they said, I have to get married. She wanted an elaborate wedding. Where's the money to spend for wedding? But she somehow ready to listen. I said, no. But my college dad said, you go and do emergency marriage. I was then ready. They were going to pay my fares and this. And she was already planning to go. So she abandoned. She did not show me because I was telling her, I have no money to waste for a wedding. By the time you finish the wedding a night before, you are enjoying, you are happy. The following morning, the creditors will come to your house and be asking for the loan you took. Why do I have to do that? No reason for it. Just go quietly, do it. And that was, she bought that, and that was how we got it. But I said, when she came on a Monday, on a Saturday. We were to go back to this. I was staying with my cousin that later came to stay with me. I stayed with him. Then we were leaving. We got to Leeds in the morning. My cousin could not believe too that I was married. I said, Tio, I was married. He said, you, Shegun, you married. Who is the lady who married you? I said, you so see. So when we go to Leeds, I had my lectures in the morning, Monday morning. And we just came home and when I left her. I went to the school, to college. I was reading. She was in the house. Here is the first day we were spending in her house. The husband was not there. She's gone. Makinwa's dad was in the school. He came to me and said, Shegun, you say your wife is there and you are in the library. Come on, pack your load. I said, no. She should know that I'm here for a purpose. That was how she started feeling. Is it a mistake I made to marry this one? She was always lonely. Because staying in Leeds is very cold. You want to go. And she was very loving woman who wants lovingitis to hold you. I love you. I had no time for that. What's loving you? So she'll be crying. I don't want anybody like that. So that is why she says I don't care. So then they were showing a film. She wants to be going to film. I said, I'm not here to take, but I took her to one film and she will never forget. The film is The Taming of the Shrew. I said I was going to tame her so as to know what it is. So, but then she was managed, she was coping, but not happy. So she went to work one day and she came back very sorrowful. And what was it? The people in the hospital said, what course is your husband doing? He said accountancy. They don't pass it too. And she came back to me to say, they said the course you are doing, they don't pass. I said, you now go back to them. Say, me, I'm here for 2 years. 2 years, I will go back. She was surprised. They said they don't pass. I said, 2 years, I will go back. So, it is my book. I only talk love, marriage on Saturday. Saturday, 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock on Sunday is when we talk. As 4 o'clock Sunday comes, bam! Close the door. Face camera husband. And when the result came, I have a friend, Akinware's father, who was always there. We would come, I don't have time. And the result came, everybody, those who are not even talking to me, they lined up because I came with honors. And then I'm still looking for the book. We have not seen it. She sent me a card. I'm proud of you. This and said that. Then I wrote back. If I've been taking you to pictures, I've been going to the cinema, I will not have passed. So she felt bad. She kept it inside I've not been able to trace it back. I was looking for it to show it tomorrow. See, this is the card she sent to me. But that is it. But she was really determined to make a success of the wedding. I was not ready for marriage. As she said, maybe I was too young, but she was determined. And for the children, she loved the children. She knows I care for the children because the children were not part of this thing. I also knew how I felt that my father did not look after me. So I was not ready not to abandon my children. For the sake of the children, she endured. She persevered. She was determined and she was dogged. And for the children's sake, she stayed and waited to look after. And she said, she continued to say it, I will not abandon the house I have built. Even when she wanted to go, the children told her, if you go, we will not talk to you because we know that this our father will not talk to us. That is it. And therefore, tomorrow, whatever it is, we are celebrating perseverance, doggedness, determination, and caring. That is the woman.
My husband is a very strong lion. He roars and he brings out the aspect of my life that I never thought existed. Because I was very quiet and easygoing. But his roaring made me get a little bit more strong in my attitude. There are things that I normally wouldn't have done. But when he shouts at me and says, "You can do it," then I'll know that yes, I've got to do it. Like driving. He bought me a car and I left the car in the garage where it was parked and I was taking cab to work. So one day he said, "You must take that car today." I'd learned how to drive, but I was so scared to go on the road. He said, "You must go with that car today." I said, what is all this wahala? I will do it. He said, "Today you will start driving." So I started driving and I gained my courage from there. He's a very nice man. Even though when you see him physically or he's talking to you, you will think he's a devil. But no, he has so much soft spot. He's a straightforward man. He will tell you exactly what he feels and how he feels about you or everything. And he's not a fussy man when it comes to food. When we started, I will put too much salt in the soup. I will cook anything. He will eat everything. He doesn't even complain about food. That made me very, very comfortable. Also, even though he can call me all sorts of ugly names, so when he's annoyed, he blows his top, he will talk. Initially, it took me time, 10 years, to be able to understand him. That is just his way. And that after shouting and making all this noise, within the next 10 minutes, he has forgotten all about what he said. But you that he said it to will be feeling so uncomfortable about it. And after a while, he will find a way of making you feel comfortable again by saying, "Pele, Pele," and he apologizes. Sometimes when he's done something to really upset me, and I look at him, he will say, "Ojú tó máa fi wà kọ́ bí ẹni kò fi wò mí o. Ojú tó máa fi wà kọ́ bí ẹni kò fi wò mí." Then after that, he say, "Sorry." So, a man that can say sorry, a man that can realize that you are hurting, to me, is a good man deep down. He is not sentimental. He doesn't believe in this love, lovey. He will never give you flowers. But I know, I know deep down, sometimes you could see that he really, really cares. And is protective, extremely protective. Before, I used to think that he's very jealous. If I happen to be talking to somebody that he doesn't know, Taniye, who is he? And he's the type of a man who will see my picture in somebody's house and say, "That's my wife. Give me that picture. What's he doing here?" So I used to think that, why is he so jealous of everybody? What is wrong with him? I kept away from friends to ensure that I don't get into trouble with him, because I would be thinking, I don't know how he's going to receive my friends. He's going to shout at them. No, for the first 10 years of marriage, because we married too early, we were both too young. I, as a woman, I was more matured the time we got married. My husband was not. He was 25. He wanted his freedom. Everything he does is like, I'm a nuisance. I'm on his way. If I ask him any question, he would shout at me, shun my hand. But I did not let it bother me, because I could feel for him that his mates were not married. And he wanted to be like them. He wanted to be able to go out freely. He wanted to be able to enjoy himself. So somehow, because I believe that this is God's doing, when things are happening to me, I just go on my knees, or I will cry to God. I will sit down in a corner, I will cry. After crying, I clean my eyes and say, "God, we are in this together. Just tell me if I am doing it right, or you want me out of this marriage." But there was no time I have problem that God doesn't find a way of soothing it for me. So I didn't have any issue. He's a very nice person. Get to know him and you will know that he has a very big heart.
Yes, that's why I said she is persevering and determined, very determined. Like I used to say, she doesn't like trouble, but she's stubborn. And so some of the children took the stubbornness from her. But she will not quarrel. That is the point. Because one or two things we did that is enough for a woman to leave the house, she will not, because of the caring. I can remember one. I had a car. My car number was ACB 541. And what is ACB those days? For this corner, he did, for this corner, he did there. For that corner, that means I was going. So, but this particular day, there were these two girls staying in front of our house. We were going. And my children are here, the other girls are here. You answer the question, if you are in this position, what would you do? I did not know that my wristwatch is now stopped. I was going to pick her at loose. And here were these girls by the bus stop. It was going to rain. Good time. Nobody will refuse entering a free car. So we stopped, me and my cousin, and we put them, the one I like in front, the one my cousin like. My cousin is not married. So we shared them. And as they entered the car, here was my wife. Shagun, if you are going to collect, it's me you are going for. I am on my way home. I'm a man. Oh. Go back? No. So we dropped them at the bus stop. By the time we got home, I'm coming to ask you when you answer is well. By the time we got home, she has undressed, she has started cooking for your husband who has misbehaved. As soon as we came, I entered the room. She came to knock. Shagun, your food is ready. I told my cousin, I am not eating that woman's food because you don't know what your mind is. I did not answer. Came again to knock the second time. Shagun, your food is. I told her. My cousin said, he's hungry now. I said, you go out to eat. I did not eat that food. Up to today, this was around 1970, about 45 years. She has not. The question is, are you listening to me? Are you listening? She has not asked me, never asked me who those ladies were. If it's my daughter, the man will face problem. Say you. Who dare you to she never, 45 years or 55, she never asked me who the lady was. What is their name? She never did. That shows you commitment, devotion, and love. Can you do that? You will. I say my daughter here, this one. The only one who may not suck is that one. But she is going to punish that man somehow. But this one, that man will not sleep in that house. So those are the question. Caring and dedicated and devoted perseverance she is. No, there was no proposition. There was a command. I said, you are my wife. And is that a proposition or a command? And she was saying, she was annoyed. But she later accepted it, that she was my wife.
There was no proposal.
Huh?
No proposal.
Correct.
All we did was, okay, you are traveling, we'll get married, and that was it. We both agreed that we will get married. Wonderful. Very wonderful. Because you cannot raise your children by yourself. The father figure is very, very important. You need the father there to give the children that security. My husband is a very responsible man. He pays his school fees when it's due. He loves his children so much that anytime he travels, we buy them the best of the best.
Correct.
And we ensure that I take the children on holidays, even whether I like it or not. I have to take my holiday when the children are on holidays, because his children must travel abroad and he will give me money to spend. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a very shrewd woman.
Correct. You take them to...
I will take the children
to Liverpool Street.
To Liverpool Street.
And Feli will say, no, she won't go with mommy to Liverpool. She wants...
Where things are cheaper.
Please, mom, not Liverpool.
You see, children are growing up and you don't want to buy them the most expensive things. It is okay when you go, you buy them expensive things. But when I go, I will take them to the cheapest shop where I can get packs of things at a cheap rate. With the money he will spend buying one pair of trousers, I will use it buying 4 pairs of trousers. I will buy their pants in dozens. And that is, I was very prudent. And I believed, my belief then was that these children are growing up. I cannot be giving out, please mom, trousers to other children when it's too short or too small for them. Let me give the Liverpool Street ones out. When they are big enough, they'll be able to buy things for themselves. They will be able to go to please mom. That's my own. And then I was able to save a little bit. Should in case in future, I have to be responsible for these children. I need the money now. So I cannot spend everything. So that is the thing. And apart from that...
That is correct.
My husband loves the children to a level that he can pull out his eyes for them. His children are just his life. If they are doing exam, they do exam together. He will be the one to know the date the exam is starting, the date the result is coming out, and he will be asking you, have you had? Is there anything? Are they all right? What was the result like? Especially when the children traveled abroad. I remember our middle daughter, when pharmacy result was to come out, my husband told me, you have to travel tomorrow. Shola's result is coming out 2 days' time. I want you to be there. I said, why now? He said, you have to go. This is your ticket. So I had to leave the house. I got to London. You see, like they call him Oracle. Maybe something told him that your daughter is going to have a reference and she will almost break down. So when I got to London, the result came. True to word, Shola had a reference and she started saying nasty things about herself. I called her, I said, sit down. You have a reference, so what? She said, I'm not useful anymore. My dad is going to say something. I said, no. Your dad says I should come and meet you. He says he was the one who suggested you're going to read pharmacy. You can't read pharmacy, so what? You go back to school, complete pharmaceutics, and graduate. So after talking to her, the father called, spoke with her, then she calmed down. And within 6 months, she took that paper, she passed, and she graduated. Same thing with all the children. Every little thing about the children, he has even passed it on to the grandchildren now. If anything upsets any of his children or grandchildren, my husband will almost break down. He will cry. He will be wondering what is going on with them. So that is the thing. He's very sensitive about everything.
Well, you see, that one fee will not take anything from Liverpool Street. She wants please mom, and she'll be crying, please mom, please mom. So they are all, when they are there, you must allow them to feel freedom. My wife is always looking for tomorrow. If the children comes, as you say, even my grandchildren knows where to take money for their
every need.
For their what do you call it?
It's pizza.
Pizza. But my wife will not go there and give them. My wife will not give them. But that's what they enjoy. That's why they miss their grandfather. But you see, the grandfather say, go there and take it. My wife said, no. But it's good. It's a training. The ones that listen to the training there, but the ones also They are lucky to have a husband who will spoil them. So they are lucky. And they are Moji, why are you? I'm just saying, those who will see when Feyi, for example, when he entered Shagamu, he was not going to. She told Shola that if you fail, we will be classmates. Oh. That was what made Shola to sit up. Everybody has his own, and one is thankful to God for giving you children who cares. They have their own weak point. They care, and that is why they are arranging all these things as an appreciation for a committed and dedicated mother who took time to look after them. And I'm sure I also appreciate that. And that's why I said the best song for my wife is I Bless the Day That I Find Her. And the other one to complete it is to end it up, is say, one day I'm going to write the story of my life. The moment when I saw her and said, you are my wife. And she became my wife. They should not have too high expectations. They should be realistic and be faithful to whatever it is. What your husband tells you may not be the correct thing. I remember I told my wife, I never carry women. No. But now that I finished ACC, I will carry women. She went inside. We were 3 in the house. The other 2 said, me and my wife. I said, when I get to Nigeria, I will carry women. She went inside the house and was crying. But when those people now come to our house, they say, Dele, your husband said he's going to carry women. Where are the women? All the other 2 people, the husband married 2 other women, but she took it calmly. And that's the reward of patience. It could have been anything, but she is enjoying it today. The children are, by this celebration, telling her, Mommy, we appreciate you.
Well, my own advice is that don't marry too early. Don't marry too young, especially to the men. A man does not get matured until they are over 30. Enjoy the period of your youth, so that when you marry, you will know that you are going to settle down. You would have seen so many girls and some whatever, but when you make up your mind you are going to marry, don't marry just because, you see, to me, this lovey thing, it doesn't work. You may like somebody. Love grows with age. I'm telling you that from experience. You may not love the man immediately, but as you grow and you live together, you will get to love each other. You have to be patient, you have to be trusting, you have to be kind, and you have to ensure that you respect your husband. Men have ego, and you must know that. No matter what happens, when my husband is talking, sometimes I keep quiet for him because I know the type of character. You study the man you marry. No 2 men are the same. And you do not discuss your relationship with your husband with anybody else because it doesn't pay, you know? It's between you, your husband, and your God. Whatever happens, ensure that you're close to God and ensure that you do not, you see, you cannot expect a man to like you, to care about you when you don't care about the man. You care about your man. You make sure that you make him comfortable. You must be a positive figure in your husband's life. Add value. Have your own job. Have your own income. Because a woman does not have respect when you are the type who goes cap in hand every time to the man to say, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. Maybe the man at that material time, whatever is in his pocket, is just for a certain purpose. And you go to him, he will shout at you and say, look, leave me alone. Why can't you go and get... But if you have some money of your own, and the man knows that whether I'm there or not, my home is safe, my home is intact, my wife can handle it, my wife can keep the home. He will give you that special respect. If he's my husband's type, he may not be showing you all the time, but in his heart of hearts, he is grateful that is married to a woman who is strong and who can hold her own.
What did the lion do?
What did you say?
I love you forever.
Yes, that is the song. That's what I said.
Okay, mommy, say something to him.
He said,
Hold
I know.
Okay.
She will. I've said her.
I just say thank you for being there for us. Thank you for being the man. And thank you for your
You deserve
love.
everything.
For your love for the children, for your love for me, for care, and for making me who I am today, a strong woman.
You deserve
God
it.
bless you.
You see, that's why I said the best song is to say, I bless the day I found you. And I love to stay around you now and forever. And so it's now you and you and you.
Yes. Thank you.
The moment when your lips touch mine, and that first exciting time I held you close to me.
I bless the day I met you.
I love to stay
Around you.
now and forever. Let it be me.
Oh my God.